Hey, what's up? Brad from SimpleGuitar.com here. If you're a beginner who has felt stuck playing the same 3 chords over and over, today is your lucky day. I'm giving you 12 of the absolute most fun, best riffs for beginners to learn so you can start feeling like a rock star really quickly. And make sure you stick around to the end. I did throw a bonus in there, and it's really going to start waking up your finger control if you're struggling with that. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss any new lessons or riffs. And if you caught part 1 or 2 of this series on beginner guitar riffs, make sure you tell me down in the comments which one was your favorite one that you learned there. Now, I do have a PDF of all of these riffs for you. If you go to simpleguitar.com/top 12 riffs part 3, there you can put in your name, your email, and I will send you the PDF that has all the tabs for these riffs. So go get that. It's my gift to you for watching today, and that'll make following along a lot easier. Now, I'm not going to waste any more time. We are just going to dive in. Our first riff is by Metallica, and I thought it was only appropriate that we start with this. It's called One. It was actually number 3 on the list, but I had to make it number 1. So it starts like this. For 1, we're going to have a power chord, a B power chord on your A string. So that's your first finger on the 2nd fret of your A string and your 3rd finger on the 4th fret. And we're just going to pick back and forth between those, where we're picking your 5th string, 4th string, 5th string, and then you're going to play your 4th string open. Like that. Now we're going to change and we're going to go to the 3rd fret on your 6th string, and I use my pinky to play the 4th fret on my 4th string still, and we're going to alternate between that just the same way. And the second time we hit that 4th string, we're going to do it open. Now we go back to what we did the first measure, and then same thing as the second measure, and then we're going to hit the open 3rd string. And then we go back to the first measure. And now we're going to do your open A string. And then same as the second measure. And then here we're going to play an E power chord. And then 2nd fret on your 5th and 6th string. Just double stop it. Lay your finger flat on both. So we get this. Now, if you put all that together, which, if you have trouble with any of those parts, what you do is you slow it down and you isolate it and you repeat it. Now, most people underestimate how many times they will need to repeat things, especially adults. Kids can repeat things fewer times. Adults need to repeat things about double. But you can do it. You just have to do the repetitions, okay? So, once you put all that together, you're going to get this. And then it repeats from there. So with that, let's go on to our next riff, which is 25 or 6-4 by Chicago. Now, this is a really cool riff, and it's only 1 string. It's your 6th string. You're going to play your 5th fret, and you're going to play it 5 times. And you slide out at the end to make it sound cool. That's one of those phrasing things that really dresses it up. Then you go down to your 3rd fret, do the same thing. 2nd fret. But once we hit your 1st fret, we're going to play it 4 times, and then we're going to play open 4 times. Just straight 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just. And then we repeat that. That's the whole riff. Now, for those in my generation, that song is from my dad's generation, but those in my generation will recognize that chord progression, because if you tune your guitar down a half step, it's going to sound very familiar. If you make a power chord at your 5th fret on your 6th string, and we're going to play a power chord at all the same frets. Now remember, to play this with the record, you have to tune your guitar down a half step. I'm not doing that right now. But that's the same chords as our third riff today, which is Brainstew by Green Day. Now, a little trick, if you don't want to tune your whole guitar down for that, what you do is you just tune down to drop D tuning. And from there, you play your 6th fret, and then 4, and then 3, 2, 1. Right? So you can do that instead of retuning your entire guitar. Okay, our 4th riff today is by the Smashing Pumpkins. And this is going to involve a little bit of double stop action from your first finger. We've got a few of those happening. We did it with one. We're doing it with today. We're going to do it with the next one as well. So what you're going to do is on your 11th fret on your first 2 strings, you're going to lay your first finger flat. And then you're going to play those. We're going to be alternating those 2 strings. And then I'm going to put a finger down on 13 on my... Oh, let's make that clean, actually. Then I'm going to play 13 on my first string as well. Then back to 11. And then with my pinky, I'm going to play 15 and pull off to 11. And then play the second string. And that will give me this. And that's Today by Smashing Pumpkins. Now, quick reminder, all of these riffs are possible to get down, okay? All it takes is a little bit of determination, a little bit of grit, and sticking with it. Slow it down, repeat any part that gives you trouble until it no longer gives you trouble. That is the secret that nobody talks about. Or really, it's the secret that's obvious and everybody talks about it, but nobody wants to hear it. So you can slow it down and repeat, double the amount of repetitions that you think you're going to need to do, and that's going to get you there a lot faster. All right, so let's move on to number 5. Number 5 today is Hell's Bells by AC/DC. Now, this is a great riff. We're going to start with a power chord with your first finger that's on the 4th string on your 7th fret on your 4th string, right? Yeah. That makes sense. And you're going to put your 3rd finger on the 9th fret of your 3rd string, and you're going to lay your first finger flat because we are going to double stop these 2 strings together in just a minute. Now, you're also going to use your 3rd finger to play the 9th fret on your 3rd string, and then we're going to play your open A string, and we're going to get this. Where I let go and I play 7 there, see that? Then I go down to 5 and back up to 7. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to play a C power chord and then B power chord and an A power chord and get that. So all together it'll go like this. We're gonna get country with this one. This is Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. This is the lead guitar part at the beginning of the song that basically follows the melody. Plus, you can do it with one finger. So check this out. We're gonna play your open 6th string. We're gonna play your 2nd fret, open 5th string, and then we're gonna play your 2nd fret and slide into 4 like this. And then we're gonna go back to 2 and do that again and go back to 2 and play open. And then we're going to slide back up and back down to 2 like that. So it's like you're saying Tennessee Whiskey right there. And then we're going to do a double slide where we slide from 2 to 4 twice. And then we're going to hit 4 and slide down to 2. Then we're going to hit 2, slide up to 4, back down to 2. And then we'll play open A. And so if we put all that together, which again, slow it down if you need to, make sure that you take your time, repeat, okay? But with this, you're going to get this cool little lead part. So that's Tennessee Whiskey. Have fun with that one. All right, now this one technically isn't country, but it's one that unites all of us who love rock and roll and country combined, because this is Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd, everybody's favorite riff. And if it's not your favorite riff, you're not American. That's just how it goes. No offense to my fans who are not American. But I have some fans who are not technically Americans who are more American than some Americans I know. That's just how it is. All right, for this riff, this is 3 chords. It is a D chord. Technically, it's a partial D chord. It's just your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string, 1st finger on the 2nd fret of your 3rd string, and your open 4th string. Okay, we're not playing the 1st string. I'm just muting that. And you're going to play your 4th string twice, and then your 2nd and 3rd string. Okay, and then from there, we're going to drop down. Your ring finger stays put the entire time. And you're going to put your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of your 5th string to make basically a C add 9 chord. And sometimes you're going to get a C, and then open, and C. Really quick, like. And then we're going to go. We're going to move that down to the 6th string and do the same thing, but rather than just doing it twice, it is also a 3, open 3. Now on top of that, when we hit the bass note for the chord, the lowest note, we want to palm mute it, okay? So you're going to use this part of your palm, place it on your bridge saddle right over that note, okay? And you're going to palm mute that and get this. And then as we go to C, I think we do hit the 4th string one more time. I just hit that with an upstroke as I'm going there. And then we're going to hit C and palm mute C and do that too. 3, open 3. And then we're going to go back down to G. And so get that down first, where you're just going like this. That's the most important part, is getting that to sound good. And you can be a little bit sloppy with it. It's okay. It was the 70s. Who cares? All right, now we come to the first lick. There's 2 licks in this opening riff. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to hammer on from open to 2 on your 5th string. And then do a hammer on and pull off with 2 on your 4th string, like this. And then we're going to hit 2 on your 5th string again, and then jump to your 3rd string and hit 2 and pull off to open. So we get. All 1 finger, okay? And that's the main lick, and we put that with it like this. And then we repeat the first part again. And then we have this lick, where what we're going to do is we're going to play your 3rd string the whole time. So we're playing it open, and then pulling off from 2 to open, hitting open again, hitting 4, and pulling off to open. And then you hit your 4th string, and then you hit your 5th fret on your 3rd string and bend up. Now we put all of it together, we practice it, we repeat it, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Now, just to get you started, you can play pretty much the rest of the song just by doing that D, C, and G. That's pretty much the entire song. So have fun with that. Okay, let's jump up to the 90s for our next one. This is number 7? Is this number 8? This is number 8, I think. This is Island in the Sun by Weezer, one of my favorites. It is based on triads. Everybody says triads all the time, and sometimes that sounds like a confusing thing. It's just a chord that has only 3 notes. And so for this, we're going to play your first 3 strings. That's it. We're going to do a D minor shape. If you were to make a regular D minor open chord like this, check this out. We're going to slide that up 2 frets. So I got my first finger on the 3rd fret of my 1st string. I got my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of my 2nd string. And my 2nd finger is playing the 4th fret on my 3rd string. And that's your first chord, which is an E minor chord. And then I'm going to lay my 3rd finger flat across the 5th fret on all 3 strings. Like that. Then I'm going to make a D chord. Like that. And then I'm going to make a simple G bar chord. So check this out. I'm going to bar my 3rd fret with my 1st finger on all 3 strings and add my 2nd finger to the 3rd string on the 4th fret and get this. And once I put all those chords together with a little bit of rhythm, I get this. Is it hep or is it hip? Let me know down in the comments. Are they singing hip hip or hep hep? Let me know. Now the biggest thing with this one is getting the rhythm right. So if you need to practice each of the chords, do some chord squeezes on these chords, right? That's the best way to learn a new chord, and get each of them down and then work on just switching to each chord. Like you might sit here on E minor to A minor right here and just go back and forth and make sure you got that. Then you go from D to G. Right? Those are the hardest changes, but you could also do A minor to D. And then from G back to E minor. You can practice each of those changes in isolation by repeating it. What I do with students is I set a timer for 1 minute and we work on one of those changes as many times as we can. You know, Justin Guitar came out that years ago and I've used it for, 15 years with students. So it's really, really handy. But that's Island in the Sun. Have fun with that one. Now let's talk about My Sharona. Number 9 today, number 9 is My Sharona by the Knack. And it is based on an octave pattern. What we're doing is we're playing G's. We're playing a G on your 6th string, 3rd fret. And then we're playing a G on your 4th string on your 5th fret. And we're jumping back and forth. And then we're going to drop down 2 frets to F. And slide up to G. And then we're going to make some power chords on C, on 3 and 5 on your A string root. And then slide down to 1 and 3. And then back down. And that's the My Chalupa. For those of you that remember the My Chalupa. So that's a fun one. Have fun with My Sharona or My Chalupa for those that remember the commercial from Taco Bell. All right, guys, number 10. This is a fun one, and it's one that everybody should know, especially if you have a cowbell. You know, you might need to bust out the cowbell while we do this. This is Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult, and let me show you how it is. It's 3 chords. It's an A chord, which I'm going to play with 1 finger, because I'm going to play... We're just playing the 3rd and 4th string and your open 5th string. So I'm playing the 2nd fret on my 3rd and 4th string with 1 finger because I'm going to pick down through those and then lift up and play my 3rd string open. And that gives me time to get to the low part of a G chord with my 2nd and 3rd finger down here. So I got my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 6th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of my 5th string, and I'm going to pick down through those. And then after that, I'm going to go down to an F power chord, first finger on the first fret of your 6th string, third finger on the 3rd fret of your 5th string, and then your next 2 strings are open. Make sure that those are open and you pick down through those. And then back up to G, and then we repeat. All right, now this next one is classic, and you get bonus points if you can growl while you do this one, because this is Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison, where he goes, "Rrr." And I remember being a kid and doing that for the first time and freaking out my sister. She was like, how did you do that? Anyway, so for Pretty Woman, we've got the intro part, which is just that. It's your open E string twice. And then we're going to play your 4th fret, 2nd fret on the 5th string, and then your open 4th string. And we repeat that 2 times. And then from there, we're going to do the same thing. Open, open, 4, 2, open. And then we're going to play on your 4th string, 4, 2, open. And that repeats until they start. And the first chord is an A chord to get you going. So Pretty Woman, it works out these 2 fingers really good. It is kind of a brain workout to go open, open, 4, 2. So if you need to, slow it down, repeat it, but you've got it. You can do this. All right, now in the first video that we did for these riffs, I did a fun video or fun riff at the end where I tuned down to drop D, and we're going to do the same thing here. You have to tune down to drop D for this. If you don't know how to tune to drop D, I'll put a video right here for you to go watch. It's very simple. I'm just taking my E string and tuning it down a whole step, down past E flat or D sharp, and then down to a D note, okay? And that makes it so that I can play my low 3 strings as a power chord. And it sounds cool. And I'm also going to turn on distortion, because this is a cool Slash riff, not from Guns N' Roses. This is Slash from Velvet Revolver. This is called Slither. So with this riff, what we're going to do is you're going to be playing chords the whole time, and we're going to do this. We're going to be playing a lot of open and then alternating between things. So it's going to sound like this. Now that sounds complicated if I play it fast. It's actually really simple. All right, so to play this, we're going to play an open, and then I'm going to play frets 3 and 4, which you can do with 1 finger just by sliding. Or you can use 2 fingers and use your 1st and 2nd. Then I'm going to go up and I'm going to play open and then play 6 and 7. And then I'm going to play open and fret 10, which I usually throw my 3rd finger down for this one. Okay. And then I'm going to play open 6, 7 again. And then open and 5. And then open 3, 4. And so if I put that together slowly, it's open 3, 4, open 6, 7, open 10, open 6, 7, open 5, open 3, 4. And that'll go like this. And I'm just using downstrokes too. That makes it a lot easier. But with all that a little faster, full speed, and not palm muting, it'll sound like this. And that's such a fun little drop D power chord riff. So that was number 12, but I threw in a special one here because since we're doing Slash, let's go ahead and tune back up to standard. Now I will note this song is tuned down a half step for the sake of this video, I am not tuning down a half step. So if you try to play this with the recording and you're not tuned down a half step, it's going to sound really bad, okay? But here's what we're going to do. The way that you play it is the exact same as what I'm going to do here. And this is this is probably one of the greatest guitar riffs of all time. And it's going to work your fingers. Your first 3 fingers, you got to get this finger independence going. This is Sweet Child of Mine, another Slash classic. Now, with this one too, because we're going to be playing lead up here, you're going to switch to your neck pickup if you're playing a guitar like this. And it just will make it sound way more like Slash. Because if I play this riff with my bridge pickup right here, and I do this, it doesn't sound right. But if I switch to my neck pickup, right, suddenly it sounds way better. So we're going to do that. Now, here's how this lays out. You were basically playing around a D chord. If you made a D chord on 14, 15, and 14, okay, and your root note would be 12 on your 4th string, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, so your first 4 notes are just these. I'm going to play my 12th fret on the 4th string with my first finger. My 3rd finger is going to play the 15th fret on my 2nd string. And then on the 3rd string, I'm going to play 14 with my 2nd finger, and then 12 with my 1st finger. And get those 4 down. Take it nice and slow. Get used to that. Then we're going to jump up. All right, so your next note is going to be 15 on your 1st string with your 3rd finger. And then you're going to play 14 on your 3rd string with your 2nd finger. And then 14 on your 1st string with your 3rd finger. And then back to 14 on your 3rd string with your 2nd finger. And so we're getting, right? So that's your second 4 notes. And you have to get those down. And then play that slow, repeat it, get used to it. Then you have to put it together. And we have to get this. And then you repeat it. And once you get really steady with repeating it, we're only going to change 1 note. The next time that we play it, we're going to play that twice. Then you're going to use your 2nd finger to play 14 on your 4th string and get this. Everything else stays the same though. And then we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to start with 12 on your 3rd string right here. And that's the only note that changes. Everything else stays the same. And then we go back to 12 on your 4th string. And that's really good for you to work out using your 3 fingers. You can do it with 4 fingers if you want to. I just have watched enough videos of Slash and saw him play it live, and he uses 3 fingers. So I'm like, okay, why make it hard? So there you go, guys. 13 great beginner guitar riffs that are a ton of fun and will get you making music and having a blast right away. Now, which one of these was your favorite? Which one are you most excited to play? Let me know down in the comments below. And if this was useful for you and you got a lot of value out of this and you want to do more, but like working with me personally, that is something we can do. I have a cool group coaching program called the Guitar Mastery Circle. And in there, if you're tired of feeling like a perpetual beginner and tired of spinning your wheels and having sloppy chord changes, the Guitar Mastery Circle gets you out of that rut. What we do is we play a bunch of stuff. We go through 3 different classes each week live with me, and we record them so you can watch them back if you need to. But we're going over chords and bar chords and songs and how to do this and how to do that, answering questions, doing drills to make sure that you can actually do stuff, and it is fun. So not only are we helping you become a better guitar player, but you also belong to a community of guitar players just like you who are trying to get better and support each other. If that sounds like something that you would like to try out, go to simpleguitar.com and click on sign up now. That's all you got to do. It's really quick and easy. And if it's a good fit for you, we can get started right away. So thanks for watching this video today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And then go check out this video. If you didn't catch the second one in this, go back and watch this one. Otherwise, thanks for being here. You are awesome. Remember, you can do this. I believe in you. And I'll see you in the next lesson.